just because someone's your friend doesn't mean they're your target audience. Yeah. Doesn't mean they have to watch your content and engage with it. A lot of my friends are not donating. I've got more support from strangers than my friends. Your friends will glorify the people that they see online, but then they won't glorify what you're doing.
I think it's better that way. It just takes pressure off of things. I think there's an element of freedom in that. Like, you can just go and do it rather than waiting to make something that all my friends are gonna like.
Have you had any regrets whilst you've been doing this fundraising?
I have regretted a little bit doing this. Just because I've actually said it to you as well. I called myself the glorified beggar. Like, I feel like a little bit like, please help me. Yeah. And it feels a little bit uncomfortable because then I don't know, media perception. Again, you don't know I think that's the scariest thing. You don't know who's watching you. And I've had people because I have my other TikTok as well. I've had people from our uni, by the way, come up to me and say, I've been seeing your TikTok, you know. But then they don't interact with any of my stuff. Yeah. So
that's another interesting thing. Like,
exactly, yeah.
People will see your stuff but not actually engage with your content. What do you guys think about that? Why do you think that is?
I would like to say that it's because they're not your target audience. I don't like to think it's bad energy or bad vibes, but you're just not their target audience. But then I do think if you're not someone's target audience, you don't need to really mention it in real life, because then it just makes the person feel like you're watching me, and then you're just not. It looks a bit bad on your end.
Yeah,
I think everyone does it. I think like the effort it takes to like actually click on something and go and comment, or you have to be either like really intentional about it, or that's something that you, I guess, are passionate about, that you're gonna go and comment. But I think if you don't have anything like positive to say, then I think most people will just like scroll.
But you can just like though.
Oh yeah, no, fair enough.
Yeah, like I feel like whenever I come across something that, like someone that I know that they're doing some sort of like, I don't know, some sort of side hustle, like a podcast, or I can have a business, or like they're just on social media, I try to interact with it. Like I like it, or I'll watch the video so that they get that view. Some people just not even do that. I don't think it makes them wrong, by the way, because you do also need to understand just because someone's your friend doesn't mean they're your target audience. Doesn't mean they have to watch your content and engage with it.
Have you ever felt bad, or would you look at a friend differently if they didn't donate?
A lot of my friends are not donating. I've got more support from strangers than my friends.
That's another interesting thing to talk about, because I feel like a lot of people that do stuff online often say that it'll be random strangers that are your biggest fans.
But then deep it, your friends will glorify the people that they see online, but then they won't glorify what you're doing.
I think it's better that way. Sorry to cut.
Interesting.
Because I think it just takes pressure off of things.
Okay.
And also, like, I feel like if you are creating something, I feel like having the idea of, okay, I want like all my friends to like it, it's just a bit like, your friends don't really represent your whole audience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think
there's no point depending on
like actually go for the audience that you want, rather than like, my friends need to like it first. I think there's an element of freedom in that. Like, you can just go and do it rather than waiting to make something that all my friends are gonna like this.
I feel like I would have expected more of my friends to interact with my thing though.
Yeah.
Just because I'm fundraising.
Like deep down, you always would hope your friends would be your biggest support.
Yeah, because I'm finding that like I have a consistent group of people that will always support me. Yeah. But then the people that I thought I was closer to are not supporting me. Yeah, and I don't think it's a bad thing, again. But I do think there's, to some extent, like, because I'm like fundraising, you'd think your friends would kind of care a little bit more. If it was just I was just doing a social media thing, I don't really care. I want to just get my target audience.
Yeah.
But I think in this case, I would kind of be on the other side.
Because this ain't just like you're trying to become an influencer.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro. This is actually like your education.
Exactly.
This is quite close to you. Like, this might be a deep question. Let me know if you don't want to answer, but has this made you question some of your friendships?
It's made me... to some extent, it's made me see that certain people actually care about me more than I thought they did. Because there's been people that I don't even talk to anymore, by the way, that have supported. And they haven't just done a cheeky little $5. Because like, a $5 is so appreciated. But then someone coming in that you don't talk to and then giving you like £50+. Like, I thought we weren't friends anymore.
But why do you equate that with like what they think of you?
Because like I thought because why you help? I think it really shows you that like people do care in it. Because I thought it would be a thing where no one would really care. I wouldn't get any donations. The people I don't talk to anymore would never donate. But it's not been like that. I feel like if people care, they care and they'll just support you. Like I've honestly been so shocked by the people that have donated. Honestly, it's been crazy. Yeah.
Has any of your friends or people that you thought would be supporting the movement, has any of them said like, well, everyone's struggling right now, like keep your problems to yourself?
No, yeah, people have said like other people are struggling.
That's crazy.
I mean, yeah, some of my lot have like made it aware that, you know, the economy is tight right now. That's why I'm not taking it personally that people, I don't think it demonstrates someone doesn't care about me. If one of my close friends didn't donate, I wouldn't take that personally. What I do kind of think like, oh, like if you come across my TikTok, just like it, just share it. Because I've had random people say following just to support your page, liking just to support your page. Because I'm not expecting the money. Like the money is like you going above and beyond, and like that's really appreciated. But you just interacting so that you can get to the next person that might be willing to donate. That's what I would want more from my friends. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But then that also assumes that they're seeing my content. Do you get what I mean?
No, interesting.
Have you maybe send it to them?
I post it on Instagram. I post it on my story like every single time.
Yeah, you're just not looking.
I don't even check who's views it, you know? I don't check because I'm so scared. Yeah, because I'm so scared. Like, who's watching my story? I'm so scared to see who's actually perceiving me right now. I've always said, like, I have I'm terrified of being perceived.
Yeah.
So, like, doing this is like, I'm literally saying, perceive me. Like, I feel like when I walk, when I'm out, I don't know if it's anxiety, but I just always feel like there's eyes on me. And this is not just because of this has been my like thought since I was like a kid.
Yeah.
So like, it's just kind of me trying to not be perceived.
No, I heard that. I actually want to go into that a bit deeper because I feel like this is actually one of the biggest things that stop people from using social media to chase their dreams, do stuff they're passionate about. So I'm curious, because you've actually been able to do that now, you've actually had quite a bit of success. What do you think has helped you like get over the things like that make you not want to post and stuff like that?
I think it's just desperation. I think everyone should watch The Pursuit of Happiness or The Pursuit of Happiness. When you're in a tough place, you're going to make things move. If you're not desperate, you're not going to make things move. Do you get what I mean? I've been passionate about education or inequalities probably a majority of my life.
Yeah. But this is like the first time
I've never spoken on it. I wrote all of my essays on it, did my dissertation on it. I do a lot of reading in my spare time on it. But I've never really, maybe when I'm drunk, you know, when I'm drunk, I talk about politics.
Yeah, we're going to insert some clips. No, I'm joking.
No, it's so bad, guys. But yeah, I've got 5 months to raise £8,000 for my masters. And I know this sounds like a personal problem, but it isn't. It's what happens when years of hard work and sacrifice still come down to structural inequalities. Growing up, my mum would always say, if they can do it, then why can't you? It was her way of teaching me that anything is possible as long as you put in the hard work and the effort. If someone else had found a way to achieve great things, then so could I. Even after losing her during my GCSEs, that mindset stayed with me, and it's the exact voice that I keep hearing now as I try to raise £8,000 for my masters. As I've grown older, I've realised something painful. Sometimes it's not about whether you're capable. Sometimes the barrier is structural, and education is one of the greatest examples of that. I've been accepted to study computer science at UCL. My tuition is £21,500 and student finance only give £12,858, which leaves an £8,000 gap before I even begin. So after years of hard work, building my career in engineering, gaining the experience needed for this degree and earning my place, The painful answer to my mum's question should technically be, because of structural inequalities, Mum, I don't have her here to help me out with my tuition fee. I don't have her here to find a rebuttal to my point. But in spirit, I know exactly what she would say. I want to be living proof of what my mum taught me, that if someone else can do it, then I can too. So over the next 5 months, I'm doing everything that I can to close the gap and document that journey in real time. Because I know I'm not the only person who's ever been told to dream big, only to find that those dreams only cater to certain parts of society. If you believe that education shouldn't just come down to finances, please support me pursue my masters. The link to my GoFundMe is in my bio. If you can't donate, sharing is equally valuable. I really don't want money to be the reason that my mum's words stop being true. When I'm drunk, I speak about politics, and it's just something I'm passionate about. But when I'm in my sober state, I try to just not talk about anything. I don't know why, but this is the first time where I've actually been on the other side. Like, I've really experienced the educational inequalities. I'm like, you know what? Like, let's actually make people aware of this. Let's actually make people aware that meritocracy is not real. If I put a lot of intelligence, if I have a lot of intelligence and I put 110% in, it doesn't mean I'm going to make it. Do you get what I mean? So I think since being more desperate, I've been like, okay, let's just make something move.
Yeah.
I don't have a choice. It's either I do it or I don't.
No, I like that. I like that, and I feel like a lot of people can learn from that. Because if you don't mind me bringing this up, I feel like you've been wanting to get more into like social media, posting content, and stuff like that. Do you feel like there's been stuff holding you back?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I think it took me like 3 months to just post.
Wow.
Like my first TikTok, like from deciding I wanted to post.
Yeah.
And like recording it, editing it, and everything. It took me like around 3 months.
Wow. You see your age mates.
No, I'm joking. But I think we probably have different like personalities as well. I'm quite reserved. Like
I'm reserved too.
I don't even really use socials like that.
Fair.
I'm just doing it kind of just to do it and kind of to make myself uncomfortable.
Okay.
So,
I promise though, if you were put in a desperate situation, you're making things move. If social media was your only, forget the reserved, you'll find a way to become the most extroverted person.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Post.
You're right.
You're saying he's not hungry enough.
You need to be starving.
No, I think things holding me back. Yeah, probably like what you're talking about, perception or being perceived.
It's a big one.
Like I don't really care about people's opinions, but I think it's just the idea of like, okay, you're putting yourself out there, and I think I'm quite a perfectionist, or I like things to be tidy and like. Yeah. So it might take me a while to actually act on ideas. So yeah, I think I'm just working on actually cutting down the time between ideas and execution. So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Did you ever worry about that, like perfectionism? Did you ever feel like there was points you didn't want to post because you just felt like, oh no, this ain't right, I'm not gonna post it? Or have you just been like saying, fuck it, like I'm putting it out there?
Yeah, I would say to some extent, yes. There have been videos I've spent like hours working on though. But like I've stayed up editing the video because of perfectionism. It hasn't stopped me posting, it stopped me sleeping. Do you get what I mean? But that's again because if I don't post, the word isn't gonna get around. Yeah. I can't raise awareness about an issue if I stop posting because like my makeup didn't look nice. Do you get what I mean? So like, it's kind of, I have to just like, for example, my last video, I really didn't like that video, but I wanted to post it just to make people aware again of that cause, of the cause, and hopefully get more like support. So this is the only instance where I would say perfectionism hasn't taken over me actually not posting. It's just kept me up at night, like working on the TikToks.
So a big part of what's pushing you to do this is literally not just about you. It's like for the movement, it's for the cause.
Yeah, and I think as well when you build like a community of people that are saying, yeah, I've had this same issue, and like you're kind of relating on it, you start to feel this sense of like responsibility. Like I'm kind of
you're the spearhead.
Yeah, kind of, like I'm the one that's kind
like,
of.
What's that thing? Is it the Hunger Games? She's the Mockingjay. Did I do too much? I don't know.
No, Julius, get out, man. No, yeah, like I feel like to some extent, like now I have to keep posting, and even when I do start studying, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my TikTok, but I will like to continue posting, and then again, like building something outside of this that supports people
Yeah.
that have struggled the way I have, but are not like, they don't want to get online and put their face there and ask for money, because that's a very vulnerable and uncomfortable thing to do.
No, I hear that. But that makes me want to ask, because we sort of asked you previously, what are you doing if you don't hit your target? And I feel like you basically hinted you probably just won't do the masters. But you've also kind of suggested like you feel like a huge weight or responsibility now for this movement, for this cause. I'm curious, so if you don't hit the target, do you think you will still keep fundraising for this cause, still trying to do the activist movement for this?
I think I would either try and figure out a way for GoFundMe to just like give everyone back their money, or I would try and just donate, not try, why am I saying try? I will donate it to like an educational like charity, like a charity that provides scholarships to students that want to get a master's. I don't want to keep the money, because this isn't about me. If I don't get to the target, it's no longer about me. Now it's about furthering the next person. Do you get what I mean? So that would be what I would do, really and
Do you
truly.
think you'll still be pushing the social media as well around this?
I'll be honest, I'd start to feel like a failure, because if I wasn't able to make the money, that means I wasn't a good spokesperson.
First.
Yeah.
I think it could still be a powerful story though, in terms of like launching your own, because you mentioned your own charity. I think regardless of how this turns out, I think it can still be a good like stepping stone for your own charity.
I don't know. I would genuinely feel like I'm not capable. I think that's the thing.
I think it makes it puts a layer of like emotion in the story. Like you tried, you know,
But I failed.
you failed, but like now, like you mentioned, now it's about helping the next person. So I think that could still be a good way for the story to end.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I can imagine being really upset about it and just kind of going MIA for a while. But you are right, really and truly.
No.
Yeah, fair enough.
I also kind of want to ask another slightly deeper question. I know you said you don't really want to talk about your mom too much in this, but obviously let me know if you don't want to answer this. But what do you think your mom would say if she saw like the amount of effort you're putting into trying to do this fundraising, and if she saw like how hard you're working to try to do this masters? What do you feel like she'd be saying to you in this moment?
Oh, I think there would be a lot of things she could possibly say. I think she would help me. I wouldn't even need to do the fundraising. She would have helped me. But if she wasn't in a position, she would say, like, because the thing is, she'd always say, okay, sorry, I'm getting a bit emotional here. But the one thing she used to always say to me is like, if they can do it, then why can't you? And it was like, it's kind of similar to like, you know how in a Nigerian household, we always say, do they have two heads? But she kind of reworded it a little bit. And it was something she used to always say to me when I was like in school, like, if they can do it, then why can't you? Like, if someone else is able to get a master's degree, why are you not capable of doing it? I think she'd be proud. I think she'll be proud that I'm like actually going above and beyond to actually be able to pursue my masters.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. I think she'd be very proud. I can say I'm very proud as well. I know I'm just a random guy. I'm very proud of like the amount of effort you've gone, the amount of vulnerability you've shown to try to do something that matters to you. And I feel like that's why when you told me you wanted to talk about this on your podcast, I was like, yeah, we definitely should, because I think so many people could learn from this like approach you're taking. Like anything they want in life, I think it's true. If other people can do it, why can't you? If you have to do things you don't want to do before, if you want to use social media, if you want to do like, I think you did a garage sale and stuff like that. I feel like so many people can learn like there's so many ways to try and get what you want, and it might make you uncomfortable, but you kind of just gotta say fuck it and just try it.
Depends how bad you want it.
It depends. It genuinely depends on how bad you want it. And I feel like if you've got a story, and you know your story is a big story, I don't think there's any reason to, like, for example, with a business, some people say you can't fundraise for a business, but if your business is something like Natalie B Fitness's gym and is solving a social issue, still go and do the fundraiser. Don't feel like you have to take out loans that are going to put you in a worse off situation. I think people need to get more comfortable with just asking for help. I think if I was more comfortable asking for help earlier, like in uni, maybe I wouldn't be in a position of like more debt. Like, I think we would all be in a better financial position if we were comfortable just saying sometimes to your community, like, hey, like I'm actually kind of struggling.
Yeah.
This is really important to me, but I can't do it. And like the reason I want to do it is so much bigger than just me. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to solve an actual issue here.
And do you feel like people underestimate the amount of help random strangers online are willing to give you? Is that something you've noticed?
Yeah. I think anyone would underestimate it, because even going in, I've had like random strangers donate like over £200.
Wow.
But you don't know me. It's like, wow, you're such an amazing person. Literally, I've made prayers for people that are that amazing. Like, I pray that God blesses you in abundance. Because like, yeah, like people really care, guys. People really care. Get on social media. Actually, you know, tell your story to the world. Start making things move. You don't have to do a fundraiser. Don't just start doing fundraising for money. I'm not trying to promote that. I'm just saying, like, get on social media. Yeah. People will care about the things that you have to say, is what I'm more trying to say. Yeah.
No, that's cool. That's cool. Wait, what kind of views have you been getting, by the way? Because I feel like, your TikTok's been popping.
There's been one video that got 101,000 views.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
One's got 101, one's got like 13K, one's got 15K. They've done quite well. That's like a minority though. Most of them are around like the 3K mark. But yeah.
If you like this episode, we're going to be doing more things like this. We're going to be talking about like philosophical concepts, trying to apply them to modern day situations. If that's the kind of stuff you want to be seeing, make sure to like, comment, subscribe and all of that stuff. Also, there's going to be a link in the description to a community I'm starting. It's a new online community where you guys can talk about conversations like this. Might even do live video calls as well. If that's something you're interested in, check that out as well. Okay, let's say you got like 5 minutes to talk to someone that could potentially be your next donator. What would you say to them?
Could potentially, am I convincing them?
Not even convincing them. Like, someone's like, they've come across your page or one of your videos. They're thinking, I might donate, I might not, I'm not too sure. What would you say to them?
I would say this is much deeper than a personal problem. It can look like I'm just asking for money. Like, oh, can I please have some money? No, it's so much deeper than that. I think the educational system is rigged from the start, from the school that you go to, and the amount of social and cultural capital. Social being the people you know, cultural being like what you know. It's so rigged from the start. And I believe that there are ways that we can disarm and actually transcend those barriers. I feel like this is a starting point to that, coming together as a collective and like helping me just pursue my master's. And if you don't want to support me and you don't believe that the reason I want it is valuable, please like support the next person. There are so many people like me that are on the internet trying to get money for their degree, that are undergraduates or postgraduates. There's international students, like their fees are insane. And I feel like everyone deserves an education. Some people can get it because they can afford it, or they're lucky that the family they were born into can provide that support. Some people just can't. I'm one of the people that can't. So I would say, if you can't support me, you don't care about my story, that's fine. But at least please find the next person and support them. Because I do feel like education is a right, not something that is education shouldn't be a privilege, it's a right. Yeah.
I hear that. And last question for you. How much are you going to donate?
So we've established this already. I'm going to half the
I'm expecting £300, sir.
We'll get to the donation after the video. I wanted to ask you though, like, you mentioned that you've wanted this since you were 16. How, I guess, because I wasn't definitely not thinking about masters at 16. So I guess what influenced you to have those sort of dreams at such a young age?
I think to some extent I have some sort of imposter syndrome with education, and it's me wanting to prove myself and just outdo everyone in my family. Like, that sounds kind of crazy, but if I was to do my masters, I'd be the most educated woman in my family. Do you know how crazy that is?
Yeah, it's impressive.
That's crazy. Like,
were there people around you, I guess, at that age that were, pursuing higher education to that level that inspired you, or?
Yeah. So my mum was doing her undergraduate degree, and she intended on doing her master's, but couldn't for reasons. And I think for me, like from the jump, like when I was in primary school, for example, I was told that I might have dyslexia. I didn't have dyslexia. I have ADHD, so I struggled with that through I've struggled with that through education, and I feel like to some extent I've always just believed that I'm just dumb. I don't know why. I've just always thought I'm not intelligent. So to some extent I just want to prove to myself I'm not dumb. Like I got an offer to go Cambridge. I missed out on the offer because of my grades, even though I stayed up every night, literally did all-nighters every single evening after college, and I still just didn't do well. I think to some extent it was because I just didn't know how to study, and I was working in college as well. In my GCSEs as well, that was when I lost my mum, and again, like trying to prove a point and also just trying to make her proud of me. She passed away on a Thursday. I was back in school on the Monday. Like they literally told me not to come back for the whole year, but I came back because I wanted to do well, and I wanted to show my mum that I'm capable of doing well. So I feel like education throughout my life, I've just always felt like I'm just not capable, and I just really want to prove to myself I am capable, I am smart. So yeah.
No, that's powerful. One last thing, I feel like I might have asked this before, I'm just going to ask it again though. If people could take one thing from your story, like what should it be?
I would say I'd make it more my story personally, or like the whole thing, so like bringing everyone else into it, because it would be two different things.
No, your story personally.
My story personally, I would say if it was my story personally, then it's an act of protest in multiple ways. I really want to support the next person, and I would want to show the next person that if you really want to achieve something, you can. Just because there's a certain barrier in place, it doesn't mean there's not a way to dismantle it. I don't think you should ever see a barrier and say, okay, fine, I'm just going to go the other way. You should see a barrier and question the barrier and try and break the barrier down. So I would say to the next person, like, don't see a barrier as a hindrance. See it as something that's worth questioning.
Nice.
Powerful.
All right, final things. Where can people like find you, support you? We're gonna put links around the description and stuff.
abeacodes on Insta. That's ABEA codes. The intention of that is to like go ABC, AB codes.
Oh, no, I didn't get that before.
You didn't get that?
I see it.
You're a bit
ABC, like education, ABC.
I haven't done a master's. I'm not that smart. It's fine.
Might see a GoFundMe.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we're gonna put links in the description somewhere.
Nice, thank you.
Make sure to donate. Yeah, I think we'll wrap it up there.
Oh, nice.
It's a wrap.